Hey there, this is Mr. Herman, and today we're going to be working on a VIN number. It's a vehicle identification number to find the missing check digit, and I have this one pre-prepared for you here. These are one of the ones we're going to be working on in class if you want to for extra time to practice. This one here is, as you can see right there, the check digit is in the middle, and this is, again, a number from a car, an actual vehicle, and we're going to find that check digit now using this process. There's a table used for that. The first part of the table is the VIN number, and then the value is next, which is this chart right here. This is the numerical value. And then the weight is this table right here. And then the product is multiplying those two amounts, the weight times the value. And then from there we'll see if it's, we'll check and see how it works with 11 again. This is different. It's not a mod 11 system, but it works with 11. So you'll see it's very similar to some of the other ones we did. So this first one, first thing we're going to do is take our number and write it down in the blanks that I have here. If you don't have a chart made already, you can make one like we did in class, but you'll need to make a chart for this. And if you need to, you can pause and do that now while I'm doing this. And then this one, of course, is the 9th position, so we leave that blank. We're actually I usually shade it in like this, and then like this. Continue with the WA1. Good, and then from there, now we're going to take and come to the values. So the numbers values just stay the same. A 1 is a 1, a 2 is a 2, a 1's a 1, and so on. This is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 6, a 5, and a 4. But the letters have values assigned to them based on these here. And as a reminder to you, you will not need to memorize these charts. These two charts will be on the test for you to use. However, you have to know how to use them. So just keep that in mind. You have to know how to use these. And this one is for the, again, the value. This is for the weight. Okay. So let's start by bringing on an F. And F, according to this chart, is 6. So we substitute a 6 for F. And R is 9. D is 4. And then continue with the C and the D. C is 3. And D is 4. There is a time limit to how long these videos can be on YouTube, so I tend to try and see if we can get it done in a reasonable amount of time. So if I'm moving too fast, just pause it and then continue. The W is 6. A is 1. I think that's it for that. Good. Now, let's go to the weight column, the weight row, sorry. With this row, we're going to take now and over to here, on the side here, and look at our positions, and this is how this works. The first position from the left is this one right here. This is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Notice how in our chart it skips from 8th to 10th. That's because we don't weight the 9th position. There's no weight assigned to it. Then it goes from 10th, 11th, 12th, and so on, all the way to 17th. So these are numbers in order. Weight of the first one is 8. And then 7. You'll notice these count right down. It's kind of obvious how they work. Once you've done it a couple times, you'll get good at it. It jumps from 2 to 10. And then over here is the 9th. 10th position is 9, 8, 7, and all the way down to 2. Like that. Then you multiply these numbers. So multiply the numbers going straight down. And that would be, for this, we'll just continue. So go ahead and again, if it's too fast, pause it first. And then you can check to see if these are right. And you should probably double check these as you're going through and make sure you don't make any mistakes, of course. You can even use a calculator to double check it if you have time on the test. And then you find the sum of this column right here. So you want to find this, this row right here. Find the sum of that. Add all those numbers together. And I would suggest doing that twice. I've already added it together, so I got this sum. And I'll wait a second for you to pause if you want, and you can check the sum with mine. I got a sum of 324. You should add that for yourself for practice. Once you get that sum, there are two ways to find the check digit. One way is to divide the sum by 11. And I'm actually going to run out of room here for that probably. I can see there's not a lot of room. I'm going to move this down a little bit because we're done with the top part now. There we go. So we got 11 here. We divide 11 in there and we get 2. 22. Subtract and get 10. Bring down the 4. Then I have 9 is 99. And I subtract that, and I get 5. So one way to get the check digit for the VIN numbers is actually the remainder. It is the check digit. That's one way to do it. So the check digit for this is 5. That's the answer. Another way to do it is the method we learned before, which is taking the number 324 and working with that how we know that 11 works. We can use this method. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 plus 4 is 5. You can also get it that way. That's a secondary way to get it. Both ways do work. However, if you get a negative number when you do this, like I say I got -3, for example, not on this problem, But if I got negative 3, for example, on another problem, what I would do is have to add that negative number to 11. So you take and go 11 plus negative 3, like this. In this case, it would be 8. But again, it's not for this problem. In a different example, if I get a negative number when I use this process, I would have to add it to 11 first. It's not just going to be taking the opposite. It doesn't work that way. So again, the check digit for this one is 5.